Hey, artsy friends, welcome to my Shorty Art Journal series. I am taking a half-size composition notebook and turning it into an art journal. So I'm going to show you 2-page processes today. And after I complete the first one, you'll know why I was eager to do a second one. So this page started off with some paint, leftover paint from a previous page. So I'm kind of ignoring it and I'm just starting out with some big chunky doodles. One of the benefits of playing around with an art process like this is that you can give yourself permission to not visualize the whole thing, but just to kind of be present in each stage. And because life is so goal oriented and we're so concerned about, doing it right or completing a project or whatever, that this process, when you just simply just decide the next thing, you don't have, it just takes the pressure off of just having it all figured out. So that's kind of where my mind was when I was starting this page. Is I'm just going to start, drawing some doodles and designs and see where it goes. So I'm filling in some of the loops here with a metallic acrylic marker, and I can't post any links there because I got it at like a discount store, and I looked to see where they sell them, and I don't know if they do anymore, but it's just an acrylic marker pen, and then that one happens to be metallic, but and then the one I'm using here is just like kind of a generic acrylic marker that I believe I got off of Temu. And then the big black chunky markers are Posca, which are kind of like the never fail marker. They're really good. So as I'm making some more little doodles, the only really intentional thing I'm doing about it is just knowing that I'm creating pockets of space, because as I want to fill in little pieces and chunks, and as I doodle, I kind of keep that in mind. So I don't always do this in my videos, but for this particular video, I decided to put up in the right corner the speed at which I am playing it back. So like this is 1.72. Okay, now I'm speeding it up to 2 times the speed. So, that gives you a little bit of an idea of what's happening. Because sometimes when you watch things in high speed, when you're double, tripling it, whatever, it just, I don't know, it just makes it look so easy. Everything looks so easy when you're watching a video. Now they have like renovation videos where they like snap their fingers and then it's instantly clean or renovated. I just watched one, some lady painted her door and she just tapped on it and it magically turned perfect. So I think the benefit of watching the process videos is okay, when you break it down step by step, it's not really difficult. Most people can kind of follow these things. You can make lines, you can make shapes, you can fill them in, right? But if you ever want to know how fast I'm speeding it up, just look up in the right corner. Okay, we're going to take a little pause here to show you my really cool worm that my daughter made for me to put my paintbrush on so it doesn't touch the table. If I'm not currently using a paintbrush, but yeah, isn't it cute? It's kind of weird. And as I smeared a little scratched something across the page. Okay, so I'm kind of finishing up, and then I'm going to share with you what my daughter came and observed. Okay, explain it again for my recording.
Recording. It's like Rick from
Point.
This is Rick's head from Rick and Morty, and he got his head blown off, so this is blood everywhere. But it's like a weird dimension where the colors and shapes are weird. So his eyeballs, he's got some other weird spots, but he's got like a unibrow going on. But his blood is just everywhere.
Oh, jeez. It's a crime scene, people. Okay. Well, I had fun. Okay, so it's at this point in the video I can ask you, did you see that the whole time? Were you like, why does she have red splatters? It looks terrible. I created this in the end of August, beginning of September, before the tragedy that happened. And so I almost was like, gosh, is this like in bad taste, bad timing? It was obviously not meant to be a gruesome crime scene. I have a lot of thoughts about that. I'm really sad. I'm sad that we live in a culture right now where people are celebrating the death of someone that maybe they didn't like. There's always going to be people that we disagree with and maybe don't really care for, but no one has the right to take someone else's life, and it's super sad. So anyway, I'm moving on, and I'm starting on a second page partly because I really loved the whole process of that page. I love the big chunky doodles and all of that, and I had a lot of fun making it, but I'm like, oh, now I want to make one that doesn't look like a crime scene. So that's what I'm doing. I'm moving on, but I started with one solid piece of white paper because since a composition notebook has lined paper, most of the time you're going to see the lines, which most of the time I don't care. But sometimes I like to have a solid white background, and I've experimented a little bit with just like coating it with gesso or white paint, and it just never is as smooth and clean as if I just put a solid piece of paper down over the notebook paper. So that's what I did. But it's interesting as I am doing my doodling here, and I was just telling you about how when I started the previous page, how just free I felt to not think about the next step, but just take one step at a time. But I found myself here because I had already made the previous page and wanted to make something similar. I found myself being way more strategic. Like even that like little loop doodle on the bottom, I was like, oh, I want to do the loop thing again because I liked that on the other page. But there was something a little different about just my mindset in the middle of it. So I didn't feel like it achieved the same level of like therapeutic process as the first page. Does that make sense? So it was interesting kind of to realize that, where just the state of our mind as we are art journaling. And okay, so let me digress a little bit. There's nothing wrong with planning out your pages and being strategic and all that stuff. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I just, for art for therapy's sake, or art for just unwinding, de-stressing, whatever, for me, I feel like it's more beneficial when I just go into it with really no expectations, because life has so many pressures and expectations on us that if we just give ourselves permission to play with our art, then to me that's where the fun and the benefit come in. Yeah. So I love the black and white so far. I'm really loving this page. So I'll let you watch with some music. All right, so I came to a little bit of a realization at this point. I don't really love purple. Can I just be honest? You know, of all the colors, at least on this page at this time, I just don't love it, okay? Nothing personal. I'm sorry if that's your favorite color and I'm insulting your color, but I just don't love it. But I went through like, okay, I've already got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and I need one more color, so I guess it has to be purple. And then as I'm adding it, I'm like, I'm really not loving it. But oh well, that happens sometimes. Okay, that's a wrap for this page. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope that you enjoyed watching my process. I've made these little art recipe cards. So if you want to take a screenshot or there's a free download below, that's just in case you're new and it just helps to have something to kind of guide you step by step. So come back and hang out with me again. Until then, go make some art and have a blessed day.